Today on CRED Jeep News, we are putting on our detective caps, finding everything hidden in plain sight, and also giving some feedback onto why Jeep's doing some things, our personal takes, and then some ideas on what the drop is going to be on Friday. There is a ton to unpack in this video. You are not going to want to miss this one and show you what we found here. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We've got a lot up here to talk about. Now, obviously, we've been doing some research off camera. We were actually sitting upstairs just talking about all these things that we've kind of been discovering on the back end, giving our reasoning, and we want to just dig a little bit further, see if there's anything sitting around here, because contrary to popular belief, Jeep doesn't tell us about these things. We're fed a little bit of information from what our dealerships have readily available, but then the rest of it, we're just going to go ahead and predict. So if any of these predictions come true, it's just all public right here at this point. So let's play around. The first thing I wanted to talk about, though, right away is the availability for you to actually go on and kind of see the brochures of the Jeep and find what's hiding in plain sight right again. So we went on to the StellantisFleet.com website, which is where you can actually, if you're a fleet person, go on and order vehicles. You click on the Wrangler and you scroll down a little bit. As I'm scrolling down, Ryan, you'll see this on the screen recording. It looks like a Juice 2-door, a Gecko 4-door, and then a Purple Rain 4-door. Now, obviously, Gecko isn't available. I think it's just an odd render of Mojito, but Juice is sitting back there in the back. They were talking about Juice coming back, and here it is sitting in some press shots. And on this thing, it's actually really cool, too. If you scroll down, it kind of the fleet gives you the more annotated version of this. But we get to this section right here, and we look at a Rubicon 392 standard Rubicon, like red stitch, and then 392 hood, which is on the Jeep website as well. It's very odd what's going on. And let's take a closer look at that. Right here, Rubicon 392, I zoomed in, Ryan, so everyone can see it. You can't currently see it because I'm staring at my laptop, but 392 on the hood, Rubicon red stitching everywhere. Really odd for me. I don't know what this is. This a rendering that they would just randomly do out, or is this a precursor of another 392?
Well, the tow hooks too are.
Tow hooks are red. Stitching is red. Red, or what actually looks like bronze around the Rubicon on the hood, so, but red tow hooks. It could just be a really awful rendering. But what's odd as well, you know, we go back in and we're looking at another thing here. This is what the Sahara looks like, and it's the render out, and it's still got the mirror from the door sitting there. So the mirror from the door hasn't been edited out. But as we go back into here, we'll answer another thing. So we clicked on, if you go into Stellantis and look at the brochure, you can actually click download PDF right here on the Jeep Wrangler's buyer guide, open that up, and we figured out what those big hunking things are on the frame rails. At least we think. They're energy absorbing front rail extensions. That's what we've narrowed it down to. Everyone else on the internet was kind of saying the same thing. It's for crash, it's for rollover. It's just a bigger version of that. It says it right here. Is that what it is? You
Safety.
think so? I think that's what that means. I mean, I don't know where else they would put, unless that means the energy absorbing front rail extensions, because when I searched that, that's just the very front of the frame. That does pop up.
Yeah.
So it could be that too. But it's very
It's just weird.
ambiguous, you know. I'm
they're
kind
not
of
really talking about it.
No, not at all. So
But if it is a safety thing,
great.
I mean, great. Yeah, it's aftermarket.
Harder to do long arms, but the rest still should work. But other ways, I mean, the cool thing is, like, if you guys want to check out the Stellantis fleet website, you can see it all on here.
Yeah.
So, but colors, they don't give you as many options for colors on the Stellantis fleet. You can't do Juice. You can't do the oddball colors. It's black, granite, anvil, hydro, firecracker red, 41, mojito, and bright white. So, yeah. But at least a little bit more information for you guys to see. Another cool thing I wanted to bring up, though, let's show you a little example here from Jeep. I wanted to show you the image of the that Jeep that we were talking about. So I just pulled it up here.
The white one?
No, the red one. The snowy red one driving. So here's another render with that hood on it. But if you go down, it's rendered out with a different hood in other images. It's so weird.
What's going on with these hoods, man?
What is going on with the hoods? Hold on. We'll get to that hood. What I did want to do that was kind of cool before, or should we just get into the hoods now? Do you want to talk about the hoods and then we'll backtrack back to the brochure? Or we'll do the hoods in a little bit.
Yeah, we'll do the hoods in a little bit.
Hoods in a little bit. Let's talk about it.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah, it was really weird. Really weird with hoods. But in case anyone's wondering where else we're getting these predictions, scroll to the bottom of the Jeep website and right here click Get a Brochure. Scroll down and click Download on Jeep Wrangler. And then hit OK. And now we have a full live action brochure. It breaks out everything on here, including some really odd things like a 4xe Sport, and a 4xe Willys, and a 4xe Sahara, and a 4xe High Altitude, and a 4xe Rubicon. Now, that's not like too rare for us to see on there because I do think the idea for the 26 was to have those vehicles. I just think with everything going on, maybe they're just holding off for a little bit.
They're not talking about
They're
it.
not talking about it. I think with everything going on, they're probably just trying to figure it out. Maybe they'll launch it later. Maybe they won't at all. But when they make a brochure like this, they're doing it a while beforehand. So they got to make the brochure. It's all digital. It's all interactive. But what I did find really interesting, you can actually go on here and see the Moab 392. It's pretty cool. You can see the specs. You can see colors. This is a good way to go on here and really kind of help yourself build a Jeep out. So I would say, like, if you are curious, like, what seats can I get? What options can I get on wheels? This is like a physical brochure that you'd pick up at the dealership. Kind of cool to see right here. But other things, because we're like absolutely obsessed with Jeep and we're kind of scary on how we get deep with obsession, we scroll through here and there was one thing I found really interesting. So not only this one, this is very interesting for us right here. This is an image right from the brochure. This is the purple one, Ryan.
Yeah.
So it's a purple 4xe, right? They were probably planning on doing rain on the 4xe, whatever. But if you look closer, it gets a bit odd because the actual hinge bolts on the door are black. And at first I thought maybe this is a render because of the trail rated badge. But as you look closer at those hinges, they're the 26 hinges. So this is a 26 that whatever color they put onto it. And then if you look up at the top, the door is cut out.
Yeah.
So these are half doors.
I thought those were discontinued.
I thought they were discontinued. So for whatever reason, this Jeep, whether they... Do you think it would be a lot of effort for them to edit the hinge to make it a 26 hinge? Like, that's a lot of editing if this was an old photo.
I think...
If this was an old photo...
Based off of that red Rubicon and to that white, I think it was in a high altitude Sahara or whatever. The fact that they're just switching between images like it's nothing.
But they're all 26s.
Right. It seems like they don't want, they think the public's not going to know, right?
Yeah.
I don't think they would go to the extent to edit half door hinges. I think they would actually throw half doors on to...
I'm curious,
I think you could have put the other hinges on there and people wouldn't have noticed the difference between that and a 25.
Right, because I'm looking at the next image here of a Mojito, which you can kind of tell was just like put the color on it,
right.
and it's got full doors on it, and it's a 4xe.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is you just can't see the frame rail there.
So other than the trail badge, that is...
You can tell it's rendered.
It's rendered.
Right.
So they probably had a Purple Rain 4xe already built.
A 26.
26.
With
no trail badges on it yet, because that's probably later in the process.
Yes.
But they had some half doors there. So that just leaves me to believe, like...
Or maybe it wasn't purple, maybe it was black, and they made it purple, and it had half doors on it.
Yeah.
But it's still, the hinge is a 26 hinge because it doesn't say Torx, like they normally say T50 on there. It says none of that, and the barrel shorter.
Right.
So maybe we're just getting too crazy with this, or...
Well, there's some
Go
stuff.
to this next image.
Yeah.
This is an older one, I think. This is one from in Moab previously, but it is a 24 with half doors. Could they be coming back? You know, will they be coming back? More on that as we get into the hoods here shortly. We'll talk about why we think. But we want to take a brief pause here and at least let you guys know, if they don't come out with factory half doors, we have a set that we're giving away.
Yeah.
Now through December 31st, 2025, we are going to be giving away a set of JLJT factory lower half doors and $1,500 cash so you can get them paint matched to your Jeep color. Unless you have white, of course, then they just bolt right on. We're really excited to do this because they are such a rare item. Now, once again, no purchase is necessary to enter into this. See our website at dirtroadcredmedia.com for all the official rules and pick up something on the site, including some brand new products that we just added. Check these out, guys. A local company here in Pennsylvania makes these all cast one-piece aluminum made out of the same aluminum alloy that is found in automotive wheels, and they actually custom designed a Dirt Road Cred one. These are going to be hitch plugs that go into the receiver of your Wrangler, your Gladiator, or anything with a standard hitch receiver, and boy, don't they look fantastic. Like I said, made in the USA, and every process is done right here in Central PA. So when he reached out and said, do you guys want to do your logo? Absolutely. Now, we've got 4 of these available on the site right now, and of course, when you buy something, you do get entries into the current giveaway. However, He's got about, I don't know, Ryan, what, about 100 more designs up on his website? And he's given us a coupon code DRC10, so you can go in there, pick up something cool. If you don't like what we've got and you don't want to enter into the giveaway, check out his website where he's got a really huge variety of options on there. But so we'll include the link for his website as well as the link for the official rules for the giveaway down below in the comments section. But you guys asked for more products. We're excited because we've got a ton more coming. So I thought this one was really awesome, and I think you guys will love it too. That's basically it. Just finding some secrets in here. The 4xe stuff is very odd. No new colors in this brochure. Of course, it does say everything is subject to change in here, but it's just, I would say that this is a good spot for you to go and do some research. But yeah, I had that pulled up. Now let's talk about it. We're going to get to the crate here in a little bit. We're not going to talk about the crate just yet because we think we know.
We think we figured it out. We cracked the code.
So what we wanted to talk about now is a lot of things that have been coming in. They're being texted to us. We're seeing new Jeeps on the lot, on factory images, all that, is the fact that the hoods are being changed up. And at first we thought, our prediction was that, look, hey, these hoods are being changed up. The reason is because it's the end of the model year. They're trying to get rid of all these hoods. They're getting rid of things. And initially, I do think part of that might be true, but I think there is a second reason. So these photos were sent from one of our fans, Gene. He works at a dealership, and he was walking around a lot, and he goes, hey, this is really odd. This is just a change up here. I do want to mention, the Jeep's website does say, shown with aluminum hood, may come with, optional. So Jeep has made notice of this, but these photos are right here, Ryan. So the first one is this black Rubicon. It's got the European Rubicon hood on it.
Which I think is
I like it.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that hood. I think either hood is
It's a nice side
solid.
shot that he made of it. So there's a shot. I kind of like the intake. See that? The little
Yeah, no, it
intake
looks.
there? That's a
I think
good
it looks
looking.
solid. Yeah.
And then there he's showing a red Rubicon that's also a 26 that came in right next to it with the old style. But on hydro, it looks great too. It's got the updated one. And then the coolest thing is he goes all the way over to a Willys, and that's got the European hood on it too.
Yeah.
So that's got it on there, and then he showed kind of a closer up shot. So once again, a huge shout out. Thank you to Gene for sending these in. Ed Lehman from Lehman Upfit sent some photos. We saw some on Cross Jeep. We're seeing them. They're just starting to trickle in.
Yeah.
And once again, we thought hey, maybe this is because of, that they're clearing out inventory. They're trying to get rid of things. And then we watched another YouTuber who, TC Customs, they do Bronco and Ford content. And he said 100,000 Ford trucks are going to be halted because of an aluminum plant that burned down. We did some research. Fire at Novelis aluminum plant in Oswego, New York. Burned to the ground. Very, very sad to hear something like that. Unfortunately, that was the production of a lot of aluminum in automotive. So the Fords are all aluminum vehicles. The Jeep, unfortunately, the Rubicon and the Sport hoods, guess what? They're aluminum. The Jeep doors are aluminum and fenders, and there was an article I pulled up.
The tailgate, wasn't that?
So I pulled up an article from Novelis, the company, and it says Novelis aluminum lightens the 2018 Wrangler. So they were the ones doing it from the start. Parts of the doors, fenders, swing gate, and windshield surround. So that includes parts of that. I'm curious, it doesn't say anything about the hood there, but if I had to assume, they're probably doing the hood too. I don't know. We don't know. It just says helps lighten it there. So doors, fenders, swing gate, and windshield surround. So
what did the fire do for Ford, and how did that affect Ford?
So the fire affected Ford greatly. Let me show you just a brief clip right here. This is, you guys can see on camera. The fire was absolutely massive. So we're just glad. I don't think anyone was hurt in that. I'm super glad. They can rebuild. You can replace everything but people. So we're really glad to see that they got that taken away. But yeah, Ford, their entire tubs are aluminum. The cabs, the trucks, Expeditions, and certain of those vehicles. So they had to cut it, said 100,000 trucks. They're not going to be able to produce because it's everything. It's your whole cab, right? You can't produce trucks if all that's gone. So is that kind of affecting the Jeep hoods, and is that why this is the change right now? Because from what I gather, the European Rubicon hood and the 392 hood, which is on the Dark Sky and our 392, that is not aluminum either. That's steel. So we got steel hoods and aluminum hoods, and I think this might be part of the shift here. Very curious. I'm curious on your take. Obviously, all this stuff is public knowledge. We're just putting two and two together and seeing what we have pop up. So really interesting, though. Let us know your thoughts down below if you think that is the shift. And then also back on that half door comment, is that why we're seeing half doors? Because CJ7s, YJs, and TJs all came standard with half doors. And then you had option full doors. Could we see Jeeps coming standard with half doors?
Yeah, could one of the 12 ducks be an edition that just has half doors on it?
That's how it used to be.
Yeah.
On my early days, all my YJs and TJs only ever had half doors.
And half doors are cheaper?
I don't know. I mean, I imagine if they up the production number, if you'd start producing thousands of them versus just an oddball few that has a dual door group, you might be able to make it cheaper or more affordable for Jeep. I'm curious. Or at least maybe they can get the steel versus not get anything.
Do you think they would replace, because of not being able to get these other doors, just outright give you half doors instead?
I think so. I mean, and I don't know.
That's where I could see an addition being one of the 12 for 12.
Being a half door edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that could be really cool. But I'm also not sure if their doors are made at that plant either, because it said door parts.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. This is once again very high stuff, but everything's on the internet. So
Yeah.
I think the last thing we wanted to talk about though is our prediction
What's coming Friday?
for
Because
duck.
you were on a deep dive.
I was on a
this
Jeep
morning.
dive into
Yeah,
that
you were on
because
a
no one
deep
will
dive.
tell us. I just want them to tell us.
Yeah.
So
Let's
just
make it
decided,
aware.
let's make it, we were going to guess
Yeah.
because we wanted to guess. And I think it's a lot of fun. So on Friday, we'll know for sure. And whether we're right or wrong, we'll know.
But I feel like we're pretty accurate.
I feel like
Should we throw some money on this?
I'm not going to gamble. We're not going to gamble on screen here, but if we win or lose, I think if we lose, maybe I got to wear like a Bronco hat during an episode.
Yeah.
And if we win, we're going to give $500 to a local charity.
I think we should do that.
We're going to do that either way.
Yeah.
I think we're going to do like a Toys for Tots or something.
Yeah.
But I think it's a great time of the year to do that. We see fill a cop car, fill that, and I think we got to give back. We love doing that. So
Yeah.
I think win or lose, we'll still do that. But if we lose, I got to wear
Yeah.
a dang Bronco hat.
Yeah. Or the top comment decides what you do next.
Oh my God, no! I've seen those go so bad on like Instagram. No, no. I'll wear a Bronco hat.
Bronco hat. Yeah.
But anyway, so 12-12-25 vehicle classified, named after the blank, 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 5 blanks. The 2026 Wrangler blank celebrates our blank, blank, blank with nostalgic blank and modern day blank, blank, blank. What does this mean?
Originally, when we looked up the code on the back end, this was when they first dropped the 12 for 12. You could see some stuff on the back end as far as like the 85th anniversary edition, and I think that it has later been removed.
They cleaned it up.
Yeah.
They probably watched this and were like,
Jeep's watching us.
shoot.
We know
Yeah.
they're watching us.
but with the second duck, the only thing odd about that one is it had a white hat. And I was like, man, what is white hat? Like, what is a white hat? And then I was like, but it's kind of it's not a hat, it's a cap. Like, it's a beanie or a knit cap. Like, you would call that a cap. And I was like, okay, search white cap. Oh, there's a 1964 color called white cap for Willys. So that was an actual color you could get in 1964. And I was like, that's very interesting. So we started to look around a little bit at the 1964 to 1966 kind of models. And one really cool thing, I have this image pulled up, Ryan, you'll be able to see it on the recording, is the fact that there was 18 colors you could also pick in the year 1963 for a Jeep. Like, literally 18 colors. How awesome is that?
Yeah.
White cap is right there. Number 8345 is white cap, but there's also transport yellow, which could be Goldilocks in the modern day time. So we got white cap, that is a Jeep color. It's a Jeep color, but that doesn't really fit into our, I would say, the puzzle as well. Like, where does white cap fit into that? And then I started looking around at special editions that were more robust or more monumental for Jeep. And one model that kept popping up was the Jeep Tuxedo Park Mark IV. This vehicle kind of transcended the original workhorse Jeep and turned it into the going to the summers in Martha's Vineyard, going snowboarding somewhere.
President inauguration.
This Jeep was used for Lyndon B. Johnson's presidential inauguration. There's actually a tractor trailer load here, another load of Jeep vehicles for the presidential inaugural parade. They had white wheels, they had no tops on those, but that was the Mark IV Tuxedo Park. I was even on Jeep.com looking at the 1960s history, and that's all on there as well. So I started thinking, like, that's historic. The white cap fits to an actual Jeep color. And the tuxedo, let's see the exact wording. It was 5 words. You ready to give him the sentence and see if it's true?
Yeah.
Named after the Mark IV Jeep Tuxedo Park, the 2026 Jeep Wrangler white cap celebrates our blank, 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 blank. We don't know those.
So it's going to be the white cap edition.
White cap.
That's the final. Lock it in.
Yeah. See if it's true or not. If anyone says from Jeep that they gave us this information, you didn't.
Yeah.
And that's 100% the truth. No one gave it to us.
But what does a white cap mean, though? Is that going to give them a white top? Is that going to give them more luxury features? What do you think that means?
Honestly, I think it's probably more luxury or maybe a white cap. We said about doing some heritage editions as well. So kind of doing some editions that would make more sense, like against the Bronco heritage or trims of that nature. So where I think this could fit in or play pretty well. I'd love to see a white cap on there and then dang Goldilocks on the side.
And I think with the track record that the Bronco has brought to the market, Jeep seems to be copying a lot of cues from them.
And when they work, like I know the Jeep Bronco like Heritage Edition, those like robin's egg nest or robin's egg blue, the yellows, the reds with the white look fantastic. And white wheels, which we just recently saw on the Jeep Fox Commando. So they were spraying wheels. Those are factory Mopar wheels. Those are actually factory Mopar wheels in that Fox Commando. Is that going to be on the white cap? Okay, so here's what makes sense. The Fox Commando, the wheels are being sprayed in white. That's a Mopar wheel. Why would you spray 250 of those white and not do it for a special edition?
Yeah.
Would it be a white cap, like a white roof on there, special edition wheels, and an Extreme Recon package? Or maybe, hell, it's even got a 392 in it. That I could think be really cool. So that is our prediction. Lock it in.
Lock it in.
And that just took some research.
Yeah.
That was us being, and obviously, like, we research a lot. Like, we actually care about it. So it's been a guessing game. And if the guess comes true, we'll see. We'll know Friday.
Yeah.
So, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what it looks like and when ordering is available. But for right now, that's our prediction. We're sticking to it. All right, guys, well, that is going to be a wrap on today's video. Obviously, a ton of things to talk about today and a lot of our opinions by just basically going around the website and looking at all the available information. Obviously, some of this stuff is pretty exciting. We'll see if it actually comes to light. And in the next few months with Jeep's 12 for 12 program, we're actually excited to figure out and try and take a guess at what everything is. I think that's going to be a good time for us as well as the audience to see what becomes available and then what you can order as potentially a limited edition Wrangler. Overall, though, we wanted to thank you guys so much for watching this one. We're really enjoying everything that we're doing here news-wise. I know we haven't been doing a ton of wrenching lately, but do not worry. We've got tons of cool parts coming in and a lot of cool content coming out as we lead up to our Christmas special and that holiday video that we'll be launching right around the Christmas time for you guys. But if you guys have any other further ideas on merch, we have some crew necks coming that I think you guys are really going to like, as well as the jackets that you guys have always been seeing us wearing. Those are coming right now. They're being stitched here locally for us. Let us know down below in the comments if you have any other further ideas. And then also maybe, what do you guys want to see for the next few months worth of giveaways? The half doors are going really well. Yeah, a lot of people seem interested in those. I think it's by the rarity of them, but we're not opposed to doing something even bigger of a giveaway, right, Ryan? Yeah. You know, maybe even something that drives on its own, right? You never know. Keep commenting, keep liking, and maybe if you're not, a Christmas gift to us would be you could subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. We just wanted to thank you guys, as always, for watching the videos, for supporting us in this journey, and just being a kick-ass, awesome audience that you are. So thank you so much from the entire Dirt Road CRED team, from Ryan behind the camera, and me here talking to you. We want you to get out there and earn yours.